Hey everyone, welcome back to Speak English Podcast. I'm David, and I'm super excited because we have Sarah back with us today. Sarah, how are you doing?
Thank you so much, David. I'm doing great, and I'm thrilled to be here again. I love these conversations we have about helping people with their English.
You know what, Sarah? I was talking to a friend yesterday, and he said something that completely shocked me. He's been learning English for 10 years, right?
Oh, wow. 10 years. That's a long time. What did he say that surprised you so much?
He told me he just realized he's been mispronouncing some of the most basic English words this entire time. Words he uses every single day in conversations.
That's actually more common than people think. And the crazy part is, these aren't difficult or fancy words. They're words everyone uses constantly.
Exactly. So today, we're going to reveal the words that almost every English learner gets wrong. And more importantly, we'll show you how to fix them quickly.
And I promise you, once you hear the correct way, you'll immediately understand why native speakers sometimes look confused when you're speaking perfectly good English.
If you want to sound naturally fluent and stop making these common mistakes, hit that like button right now and subscribe to our channel for more tips like this.
Trust me, by the end of this episode, you'll never pronounce these words the same way again. So let's dive right in and start transforming your English pronunciation.
All right, Sarah, let's talk about what we call sound blending. This is when native speakers naturally connect and reduce certain sounds in words, making them flow together like music, rather than speaking each part separately and distinctly.
Perfect explanation. You see, when we learned English as children, we didn't focus on individual letters or sounds. We absorbed the natural rhythm and melody of words by listening to how they actually sound in real conversations.
Think about it this way. Native speakers never learned pronunciation from textbooks. We learned by copying the sounds we heard around us until our mouth muscles naturally formed these sound patterns without any conscious effort.
And here's the key insight. Every language has its own unique sound system and rhythm. When you try to force English words into the sound patterns of your first language, it creates these telltale pronunciation mistakes.
The technique we're teaching today focuses on training your ears first, then your mouth. Instead of thinking about how a word should sound based on spelling, you'll learn to hear and copy the actual sound patterns.
This approach works because it mirrors how all humans naturally learn languages. We're essentially rewiring your brain to recognize and produce authentic English sound patterns rather than translated versions of English words.
The amazing thing is, once you understand this concept, you'll start hearing these natural sound reductions everywhere in movies, songs, and conversations. It's like suddenly having superhuman hearing for English.
And the best part? This isn't about changing your accent or trying to sound like someone you're not. It's simply about pronouncing common English words the way native speakers actually say them in real-life situations.
Let's jump into some real examples right now. Sarah, I want you to say the word comfortable, the way most English learners pronounce it, and then I'll show you how native speakers actually say it.
Okay, so most learners say comfortable with every sound very clear and separated. But listen to how we really say it, comfortable. It's like some of the sounds just disappear and blend together naturally.
Exactly. Here's another perfect example. The word chocolate. Most people try to pronounce every letter clearly, but we actually say chocolate. The middle part gets reduced, and the whole word flows as one sound.
And one of my favorites is probably. Instead of pronouncing it with all the sounds separated, native speakers say probably. We drop sounds and connect what remains into a smooth, natural flow of speech.
Let's try interesting. This word is fascinating because learners often say it with 4 distinct parts, but we naturally reduce it to interesting. Three sounds that flow together like a gentle wave.
Here's different. Another word where the spelling tricks people. We don't say each letter. We say different. The sounds blend and some practically vanish, creating that natural English rhythm and flow.
Notice how we're not breaking these words apart or analyzing them. We're treating each word as one continuous sound wave, with its own natural music and rhythm that native speakers recognize immediately.
The magic happens when you stop fighting against these natural reductions and start embracing them. These aren't mistakes or lazy speech. This is how English actually works in real conversations between native speakers.
So why is mastering these pronunciation patterns so incredibly important? First, when you pronounce common words naturally, native speakers immediately stop thinking about your accent and start focusing on your ideas instead.
That's huge. Plus, your listening comprehension will dramatically improve because you'll finally understand why movies and conversations sometimes sound so fast. We're not speaking fast. We're just connecting sounds naturally.
Another massive benefit is the confidence boost you'll experience. When you know you're pronouncing everyday words correctly, you stop second-guessing yourself mid-sentence, which makes your entire conversation flow better.
And here's something really exciting. Your overall accent will start sounding more authentic without any forced effort. You're not trying to fake anything. You're just saying words the way they're actually pronounced.
This creates an amazing positive cycle, too. The more natural you sound, the more comfortable native speakers feel using normal speed and natural expressions with you, giving you even more exposure to real English.
Your brain will also start picking up other pronunciation patterns automatically. Once you understand how English sound reduction works, you'll begin hearing and copying these patterns in new words without conscious effort.
Perhaps the best benefit is that conversations become effortless. You'll spend less mental energy on pronunciation and more energy on expressing your thoughts, ideas, and personality in English conversations.
And finally, people will start complimenting your English. Native speakers will notice that something sounds different and better about your pronunciation, even if they can't pinpoint exactly what changed about your speaking style.
Let's get practical with a step-by-step approach that actually works. First, choose 5 words you use constantly in conversations. Words like comfortable, interesting, chocolate, probably, and different.
Step 2 is crucial. Find audio clips of native speakers saying these words naturally in real conversations, not in language learning materials. YouTube videos, movie clips, and podcast excerpts are perfect sources for this.
Here's step 3. Listen to each word at least 10 times without trying to repeat it yet. Just absorb the sound pattern completely. Don't think about spelling or grammar. Just let your ears learn the natural sound.
Step 4 is where the magic happens. Record yourself saying the word, then immediately play the native speaker version followed by your version. Keep adjusting your pronunciation until they sound nearly identical to each other.
Step 5 takes it to the next level. Practice these words within complete sentences, not in isolation. Say phrases like, "I'm really comfortable here," or "That's really interesting," using your new natural pronunciation patterns.
Step 6 is essential for making this permanent. Use these words in real conversations as soon as possible. The goal is making the correct pronunciation automatic, not something you only remember when concentrating hard.
Here's a bonus step that accelerates your progress. Practice shadowing native speakers. Play audio clips and try to speak along simultaneously, matching not just the words but the rhythm and flow of their speech patterns.
Finally, be patient with yourself during this process. Your mouth muscles need time to develop new movement patterns, and your ears need time to distinguish these subtle sound differences that make English sound natural and fluent.
Let's talk about the biggest mistakes people make when trying to improve their pronunciation. The first major error is overpronouncing every single sound. When you're nervous about accuracy, you tend to make everything super clear, but that's not how we naturally speak.
Exactly. Native speakers naturally reduce and blend sounds together. Fighting against this natural flow makes you sound robotic, even when you're technically pronouncing every letter correctly. Embrace the reductions. They're not mistakes. They're features of natural English.
Another huge mistake is practicing words only in isolation. You might perfect saying comfortable by itself, but in a real sentence like, I'm comfortable with that decision, you unconsciously revert to old pronunciation habits.
Here's a tricky one: copying the wrong speakers or audio sources. Not every native speaker is a good model for learning. Some mumble, others have very regional accents, and some speak carelessly in ways that aren't ideal for developing clear pronunciation.
Don't try to fix everything simultaneously either. If you attempt to change 10 pronunciation issues at once, you'll become so focused on your mouth movements that you can't have natural, flowing conversations with people.
And please, resist the urge to rely on spelling for pronunciation guidance. English spelling often has absolutely nothing to do with how words actually sound. Trust your ears completely, not your eyes, when learning these natural sound patterns.
Another common error is practicing only when you're alone. You need to use these new pronunciations in real conversations immediately, even if you feel self-conscious at first. That's how the patterns become truly automatic and natural.
Finally, don't get discouraged if progress feels slow initially. Your brain is literally rewiring itself to recognize and produce new sound patterns. This takes time, but once it clicks, the improvement in your fluency will be absolutely dramatic and permanent.
So there you have it. We've shown you that natural English pronunciation isn't about perfection. It's about understanding how native speakers actually blend and reduce sounds in everyday conversation, making words flow like music.
The words we covered today, like comfortable, chocolate, probably, and different, are your foundation. Master these natural sound patterns, and you'll be amazed at how much more fluent and confident you sound overall.
Remember, every native speaker learned these patterns as children by listening and copying until the sounds became automatic. You're doing the exact same process, just as an adult learner with more awareness and intention.
If you made it all the way to the end of this episode, it shows you're truly serious about improving your English fluency. That dedication is exactly what separates successful learners from those who give up too early.
We want to hear from you in the comments. Tell us which pronunciation surprised you the most today, and share what other English pronunciation challenges you're currently facing in your learning journey.
Your feedback helps us create better content for future episodes. And if this video opened your eyes to a new way of thinking about English pronunciation, show us some love with a like and subscribe to our channel.
Hit that notification bell too, so you never miss our practical English tips. Remember, you don't need to be perfect to sound natural. You just need to understand how English really works in conversation.
Thanks for watching Speak English Podcast today. Keep practicing these natural pronunciation patterns, keep having conversations, and most importantly, keep believing in your English learning journey.